Battle for the Moon: How Musk Humiliated Bezos in the NASA Contract Fight 2021. NASA Headquarters. Jeff Bezos, founder of Blue Origin, clenches his fists as he stares at the screen. The winner of the tender to build the lunar lander for NASA's Artemis program has just been announced, and it's Elon Musk's SpaceX. The $2.9 billion contract has gone to the rival. Bezos can't believe his eyes. His company had spent years preparing Blue Moon, a massive reusable craft built with proven technology. Yet NASA chose Starship, Musk's giant but still unproven rocket, which had never yet landed without exploding at that time. This is unfair. A week later, Blue Origin files a protest with the U.S. Government Accountability Office. Bezos is convinced that NASA was biased. His lawyers point to Starship's riskiness and demand that the decision be reviewed. Musk, for his part, only smirks condescendingly and tweets, "If courts and lobbyists could get you to orbit, Bezos would be on Pluto by now." The public laughs. Bezos is furious. Blank, underscore, blank. Dirty Tactics Blue Origin launches a massive PR campaign. Media outlets publish articles about NASA's lack of transparency. Bezos' team releases infographics comparing Blue Moon with Starship, hinting that their project is more reliable. Former NASA employees, some now Blue Origin consultants, give interviews criticizing the decision. But Musk doesn't hold back either. On a podcast, he sneers. Blue Origin has been around for 20 years and still hasn't delivered a single payload to orbit. Maybe they should do that first, before trying to jump into the lunar race. Blank, underscore, blank. The finale, court and humiliating defeat. The Government Accountability Office dismisses Blue Origin's protest. The judge rules NASA's choice was justified. Starship is cheaper and more technologically advanced. Bezos is furious again. He files another lawsuit, this time in federal court. But it fails there too. And Musk? He posts a meme, Bezos in a spacesuit captioned "Chief Space Tourist," and likes a tweet saying, "Blue Origin is like a rich kid yelling, 'That's not fair,' when losing at Mario Kart." Blank, underscore, blank, the final blow. A few months later, NASA gives Blue Origin a smaller $3.4 billion contract, but only as a backup contractor should SpaceX encounter issues. Musk can't resist another comment. Congrats to Bezos on the honorary silver medal. Now he has motivation to finally do something useful for space. The battle was won, but the war continues. Oh poor, blank, underscore, blank, patent war. Musk versus Bezos over rocket landings, 2014. SpaceX office in Hawthorne. Engineers feverishly review a document just received from their legal department. It turns out Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin has filed a patent application with the U.S. Patent Office trying to patent rocket landings on sea platforms. To Elon Musk, it was a slap in the face. SpaceX had been working for years on reusable first-stage landings, and here comes Bezos, whose company hadn't yet launched any payload to orbit, suddenly claiming the rights to this key idea. "That's our patent. They're trying to block us," says the lead engineer. "If that patent gets approved, we'll have to pay Blue Origin every time we land a Falcon 9 on the drone ship." "That's ridiculous," Musk frowns. "They can't even build an orbital rocket? And now they're trying to hijack our tech?" Musk immediately calls an emergency meeting. Ansavli, blank, underscore, blank. Bezos plays the long game. Blue Origin insists their idea is unique. They even submit diagrams showing how their, still non-existent, New Glenn rocket will land on a floating platform. But SpaceX has an ace up its sleeve. Back in 2010, they had already published concepts showing Falcon 9 landing on a drone ship, years before Bezos filed his claim. Musk decides to hit back publicly. On Twitter, he writes, "Bezos is trying to patent something we're already doing. It's like patenting balloon flight in the jet age." The internet roars. The press picks it up. Blank, underscore, blank, patent office beatdown. A few months later, the verdict arrives. Blue Origin's patent is rejected. Turns out the technology wasn't new. NASA had explored similar ideas back in the 1990s. The patent office calls Bezos' claim too broad and unoriginal. SpaceX celebrates. Musk, of course, can't resist another jab. If you can patent landing on water, someone might as well patent gravity. Blank, underscore, blank, fallout. The war is just beginning. The defeat doesn't stop Bezos. Instead of patents, he pivots to lobbying and lawsuits, trying to slow SpaceX down by any legal means. But Musk is already ahead. Just a year after the dispute, Falcon 9 successfully lands on a drone ship for the first time. And Blue Origin? New Glenn still hasn't flown. Blank, underscore, blank, the moral of the story. Bezos tried to kill the competition before it launched, but he underestimated the fight. Musk proved one thing. In space, the winner is the one who actually flies, not the one who files. And yes, ever since then, Musk likes to add a cheeky nod after each successful landing. Thanks for the inspiration, Jeff. Blank, underscore, blank, Judgment Day. How Bezos tried to sue NASA for choosing SpaceX Washington, August 2021. Jeff Bezos furiously flips through legal documents. His lawyers just confirmed. NASA has officially rejected Blue Origin's protest over the lunar lander contract. The $2.9 billion deal is going to Elon Musk's SpaceX. But Bezos isn't giving up. We're taking this to federal court. The lawsuit gamble, Bezos versus NASA and Musk. Inside the office of Blue Origin CEO Bob Smith, the tension is thick. Lawyers and expensive suits lay out folders of documents. We're appealing the decision, Smith says firmly. NASA broke protocol. They were supposed to choose us. Bezos silently nods. He's already poured millions into lobbying and PR, pushing the narrative that Blue Origin's project, Blue Moon, is more reliable than SpaceX's untested Starship. Meanwhile, Musk is already trolling him on Twitter. Time for Bezos to accept that you can't just buy your way into the moon race. Blank, underscore, blank, dirty tactics. Begin Blue Origin launches a full-scale offensive, hires ex-NASA officials to speak out against SpaceX, pays for articles in Forbes and the Washington Post, which Bezos owns, questioning the safety of Starship pressures Congress, demanding a review of NASA's decision. But SpaceX holds the trump card. Their rockets are actually flying. And Starship, despite a few explosions, is evolving at lightning speed. Blank, underscore, blank. The trial, a humiliating defeat, November 4th, 2021. Federal Judge Richard Hertling delivers the verdict. Blue Origin's lawsuit is dismissed. NASA acted within the law. It's a crushing blow for Bezos. He's lost in every court, earned tens of millions of dollars, and become a laughingstock in the space industry. Musk? He posts a meme. A photo of Bezos in a spacesuit, captioned, 2021 Space Lawyer of the Year. Blank, underscore, blank. The final act. Bezos backs down. Sort of. Months later, under congressional pressure, NASA grants Blue Origin a secondary contract worth $3.4 billion, but only as a backup option in case something goes wrong with SpaceX. Musk comments with a smirk. Congrats to Bezos on the honorary participation certificate. Maybe now he'll focus on getting a rocket to orbit. Blank, underscore, blank, the bottom line. This story made one thing clear. Bezos tried to win with lobbyists and lawsuits, and lost. Musk bet on engineering and execution, and won. NASA chose the company that can actually deliver astronauts to the moon, not just the one with more money and lawyers. Since then, Bezos has been quieter in court. But New Glenn still hasn't flown, while Starship is already preparing for a Mars mission. Moral of the story. In space, the winner isn't the one who sues. It's the one who actually flies. Blank, underscore, blank. Battle for the satellite internet. Musk versus Bezos. Orbital Warfare 2021. Amazon HQ. Seattle. Jeff Bezos studies a report from his analysts. Elon Musk's Starlink has already launched 1,800 satellites, while his own internet project, Project Kuiper, hasn't even begun launches. We're falling behind, Bezos frowns. But we won't let SpaceX monopolize low Earth orbit. The very next day, Amazon files a formal complaint with the U.S. Federal Communications Commission, FCC. Blank, underscore blank. Starlink is interfering with the world. Amazon's lawyers present 3 key accusations. SpaceX satellites disrupt the future Kuiper network. Musk is violating regulations by deploying satellites at unauthorized altitudes. Orbital war, how Bezos tried to block Starlink and lost. Orbit is becoming too crowded. Amazon warns the FCC, blaming SpaceX's aggressive deployment strategy. Musk hears about this while testing Starship and instantly fires back on Twitter. Funny how Amazon files complaints instead of launching satellites. Maybe try doing something useful for space first? Blank. Underscore. Blank. The counterattack SpaceX engineers publish a technical breakdown showing Starlink satellites don't interfere with Kuiper's future plans. Amazon is delaying itself, despite getting FCC approval before SpaceX. And if orbit is crowded, everyone's to blame. OneWeb, China, and yes, Amazon too. But Bezos doesn't back down. His lobbyists pressure Congress to tighten the rules on SpaceX. Blank. Underscore. Blank. The dirty tricks begin. Amazon unleashes the full arsenal. Anonymous leaks in the press about Starlink's safety risks. Articles in the Washington Post, owned by Bezos, warning of orbital chaos, letters to U.S. Senators calling to protect fair competition. Musk claps back with a chart. SpaceX, 1,800 satellites in orbit. Amazon, 0 satellites, 578 complaints. Caption: brilliant business strategy. If you can't win, complain to regulators. Blank, underscore, blank. The verdict: FCC rules in favor of SpaceX. In 2022, the FCC officially rejects Amazon's complaint. Their reasoning? Starlink complies with all safety regulations. Kuiper has no operational satellites yet, so the claims are premature. Musk can't resist trolling. Congrats to Amazon for winning most creative excuses for doing nothing. Blank, underscore, blank. Aftermath: SpaceX keeps launching 50-plus satellites a month. Amazon finally begins test launches of Kuiper. In 2024 to 4 years behind, Bezos pours $10 billion into a project still trailing far behind. Blank, underscore, blank. Moral of the story: Musk. Do, don't talk. While Amazon filed lawsuits, SpaceX captured 80% of the satellite internet market. Bezos: if you can't outrun them, try to block them. Didn't work. FCC's message is clear. In space, the winner is the one who actually flies. P.S. Today, Starlink serves over 2 million users worldwide. Kuiper? Still at 0.